Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I got a shipment in. I thought it was my shipment from Into Resin already. It was not. Bobby Joe had some molds sent to me so I could play with them, and then I'm going to mail them to her. You know the deal. So Bobby Joe does this, Denise does this. So I got some more molds to play. I haven't even gotten through the ones she already sent me. So let's see what she did. She did get 2 of these, and I said, you know, you have 2, and she says she bought one for me and one for her. I don't know what this is. It says Into Resin 4 Colors Ultra Bright Golden Powder. So I'm going to open up one of them and put the other in the box that is getting ready to go back to her. And the ones that I have already poured. Oh, this is a glitter. Well, that's interesting. This could be like a sparkle. This has purple and gold. This is like blue and gold. This has all the colors, and then this is like golden. So this is like, I'll leave these here right by my desk. That way I can use them if I want to use them instead of like crushed crystals. So that is cool. Thank you, Bobby Joe. That was sweet of you. She got some molds that I didn't even know they had, and this is one of them. And I had to ask her what it was, and then I looked it up. So I will put pictures on the screen. Here's the first one. I'm like, what is that? This is a hourglass. The only thing I don't know is if you're supposed to pour 2 of these. This is the base. This is the top. Obviously, you could see this is where these go. And then the hourglass sits in there. So I'm thinking it's just this one. Yeah, I don't think you pour 2 of them. Obviously, you can't have sand running through it. So it's full resin. They showed, obviously, you could see pictures of fish in there or something. So that's interesting. I have to think about that one. I didn't even know they made something like that. Here's the next one she has, and this, I don't know what this one is, to be honest with you. It looks like a tiny little jar, but there's something on the top, and it could be a butterfly or a bumblebee. This is the one I did not look up. Hopefully I found it for you for a picture, and then this is the base with some, looks like vines or something. That was probably the vines, so maybe this is definitely a pressure pot one. I don't know. We're going to keep that out. We'll see. This is only going to take probably an ounce and a half of resin. That's it. This one I do have, and I think it's in my extras drawer. It's a lotus flower. It is gorgeous when it's done. You have to just get it all in those. So this is a good one, candidate for a pressure pot too. That would be pretty with my drip technique. I wonder where mine's at. I got to find mine. I know I have that one. I used to have that one. And I don't get rid of my Into Resin molds at all, ever. This is cute. Look at the sparkle in this one. It's like a daisy. This is so sparkly. I love that. So we will have to do something with this. And then here's the base. A nice cute jar. So there's a daisy one. And then the last one is this one. And it's just a pretty jar, like nothing like I could say this, that, or the other. It's just a pretty jar full of gemstones. So, I don't know. I'm going to do some of that. I got to get moving on her stuff because I hate keeping people's molds longer than I have to because I know they want to play with them too. So let me figure out what I'm going to pour, how I'm going to pour it, and then we will mix up some resin. I picked all my colors and I'm going to brush some of them. So I've been messing around with different color palettes because you guys wanted something different for a change. I do too. Now that they're coming out really pretty, I'm just going to keep going for it. So I did find mine. So instead of pouring hers, I gave her the new mold. I'm going to pour mine so you can see it since we did unbox it. So this is that lotus jar. Mine's already stained up. So I'm just going to pour mine. I'm going to pour mine in the swirl pattern with pistachio, evergreen, and metallic gold with, I think, a white base to see what that looks like. I just want to play around with this for a while and see all the things I could do with it. I hope you're not getting bored. If you guys are getting bored of something, let me know. We'll switch it up and go back to other things. This one is going to be gorgeous. I'm going to use the pressure pot, I think. Maybe not. If I pour really slow, well, yeah, like this needs a pressure pot, this needs a pressure pot. We're just going to put it all in there tonight. So it's going to be a late night because I'm getting a late start. I'm going to, oh, look at there's pattern on the sides too. I'm not going to do the sides. I'm just going to do these. This is going to be, I think, peacock colors. So I picked out all different kinds of brands. This is the blendable in the green. This is like a teal. And then Let's Resin is midnight blue along with the gold. I'm going to paint the large portions, these here, with the Yunka Pours Deep Water Current. And then for this little one, I'm just going to brush it with the Mateo Aurora. And I don't know if I'm going to fill it with black or white. Probably white, because I'm mixing white for everything else. So we're just going to pour it with white, and we're going to get this beautiful opal effect. If it's not white, it would have been something completely different. So let me just flip these over, move these out of the way, and get them painted up here. Just going to brush on. I'm not going to worry about that little bumblebee or butterfly or whatever it is, because there's no way. I think it's a butterfly. There's no way I'm going to get down there. This may not be the best brush. I'm just going to concentrate on the flower portion of it, because I will probably paint that afterwards anyway, just so it looks a little bit different than the rest of this. I don't know. It is so small, so detailed. I'm not quite sure how well it's going to come out. I'm a little worried, but the pressure pot should take care of it. But when you put powder and stuff like this isn't the best, fluffiest brush. When you put powder in, it can create bubbles no matter the pressure pot or not. So you have to make sure you're getting all of that extra out. And it looks pretty good. I just don't like this brush. It's not soft enough, and I got a whole bunch of soft brushes in the Happy Mail, so let me just use them. I don't know why I'm not using them. I just want to clean anything off because I don't know what color is on there. Let's do the base. I think I'm going to flip this one. This is a matte mold, so when you brush matte molds, it sure helps bring a little bit of shine to it. And you can also put it on with your hands, with gloved hands. Goes on really nice too. Looks like I'm going to get it everywhere. And then you want to get it out of all those little crevices. Otherwise, it's a definite bubble for sure. Oh my goodness. If you get it on your hands, it's actually good, because then you can flip it inside out without like marking it up and doing that. So I should have done it with my hands, to be honest with you. But I'm going to fill it with white. So even if it does get marked up and some gets taken off, it'll be okay, because the white will fill it in. Man, this is a detailed mold for a tiny little thing. And a fluffy brush helps it not give brush marks. So let's just, yeah, see, it's going to leave marks. So let me just brush it again. I should have put gloves on. I should have used my fingers to do that. And I didn't. But like I said, the white is going to fill all that in, and it won't even matter. So let me move this. We don't need that. Get this out of here. Oh, look at that. If it was filled with black, it would look green. That's how you would know. And then for this one, this is just normal mica powder. So if you filled it with black, it would... Do I have one of these open already? Deep Water Current. Let me see if I do. Nope. I guess I don't. I thought I did. I thought I've used every single one of her colors. Maybe it just kind of I'm sure I use this. It's not even full, so whatever. No big deal. So I'm going to do it as nicely as I can without getting it everywhere, and then I'm going to clean it the best that I can. I don't know. I just think a little bit of something when it has these big, huge gems on it, just to give it a little bit of character on demold, then blending all in together. I don't know. You don't have to do that, but every time I see it, it's just screaming to me to paint it a color. And I'm not even sure what this is going to look like under the marbled effect. So we're going to find out together, right? It's not a chameleon or anything, so it could dull under the colors that I put in there. But that's what I'm here for, to see what happens for you, so you don't have to make mistakes, right? Learn from my mistakes. That's not too bad. It's not like in your face dark blue. It's pretty, and it should go with my color palette, I hope. This is the top. So the top, this jar lid fits on the way I like them to fit on. You don't have to decorate the top. And it's a given because there's a handle right there built into the mold. So you don't have to worry about what are you going to put on the top. It's upside down. The facets are inside. Nope, not on this one, which I love when they don't do that. But a lot of them, you do have to decorate your tops or top coat them to make them look pretty. Get the little edge off if there's an edge. I'm not doing too bad, to be honest with you. It's not really making a mess. I'm just putting the slightest little bit. I will have a little cleanup, but not that much. So that's how I'm going to do this. I will go ahead and get it done. Mix up, I didn't even measure them. I have no clue how much I'm going to need. So I'm just going to wing it today. I'm going to guess. And if we have extra, which we most likely will, because I'm sure I'm going to overpour, I have cleaned out the little Windows cabochon mold that was all dirty in my drawer from moving, which is very pretty. So for a little change, I've been using the Let's Resin one for, what, 6 weeks now? Because I didn't have access to all my stuff. So I did change that up. I still need tons of extras. So I like to do little stuff like that. That way I'm not only getting 1 or 2 extras, I can get a whole bunch. And I can give freebies to more people. I know not every box is getting them. I am so sorry, you guys. It's impossible for me to keep up with the freebies in every box anymore. And I appreciate the fact that you guys are supporting our eBay so much that I'm running out of freebies all the time. But please don't get upset if there's not one. It's nothing towards you. I know I've gotten messages that they didn't receive something, and trust me, it is nothing against you. It's just the fact if I have it, I give it, and if I don't have it, I can't give it as much as I want to. So please, I'm sorry, accept my apology. I try not to let that happen, but it happens more often than not anymore. But yeah, I should just, I don't know. I should just start mixing extra, but those take a lot of time in my evening that I don't have to finish them too. I don't mind doing them, but I got to get to orders. I got my order notebook out last night and emailed a whole bunch of the first people that have been waiting the longest to make sure they still want their orders filled. As long as I hear back from them, as I start hearing back from them, if they do, we're going to start doing orders in addition to. So I'm going to start having more and more on the table these days because I feel so bad, but there's nothing I could do about moving. That just happened when I didn't expect it to. And they have been so patient. So I will just be adding, I don't know, 1 or 2 orders, depending on what my project is. I still have commitments that I need to do. But I do want to add in orders on the table too, because I just don't have time to pour orders off camera. And I have said that before if you guys follow me, but if you're new, I do my orders on camera all the time because I don't have time to do them off camera. And you guys get to see other color palettes that way. You might see some duplicates. I try not to do duplicates on camera, but sometimes it's impossible not to. Look at that. I just talked you through this whole thing if you didn't fast forward. I'm almost done. Sorry, talking a lot today. All right, let me finish this, figure out how much I need to do, and then let's get some resin mixed.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright.
Let's start with 16 ounces, see where that gets us. I hope it's enough. I don't know. I'm not good at guessing. I am terrible at guessing. I just have to pay attention and see so I can remember to write on her molds, which I have not been doing. I'm sorry, Bobby Joe. I totally forgot to do that. She's like, you can write in my molds if you want to. And then I completely forgot. I'll try to remember here. Okay. 16 there. I'm going to do it all white because I got a great effect with the white. I did have a beautiful effect with the pink yesterday. If you saw the rose jar, that was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it came out stunning. I know it works. But today I want white just because of the color palette. No other reason. Otherwise, I would not be opposed to doing a different base color to pour in there. But I just want to do this multiple times just to see if it's a fluke or if it actually marbles nicer than the way I have been doing it. Get that all dissolved. Trying to keep everything put away. Now that everything's organized, like I am adamantly putting things away immediately after I use them so it doesn't just sit here and then I get overwhelmed in another day. So I'm trying so hard to be good. Just going to mix it up there and then pour it in here. And if we don't have more, it's not a big deal. I can mix up. I don't have to put this through the vacuum chamber or anything because the pressure pot will take care of that. So we don't need to pressure or vacuum chamber any of it. Let's just get it stirred. This is a little too short to stir that up. So I'll just put that away. See how I am putting that away? See how long that lasts, right? You all know how that happens when you organize something and you're so inspired to work in that space, and then all of a sudden a month goes by and you got stuff everywhere and you're like, I don't want to do anything in here. It's a mess. Trying not to let that happen. All right. I'm going to pour the little ones first. This one is easy. This one I'm just going to pour in and swirl it around. Again, this is a toughie even for a pressure pot with the I made it even harder because I painted it with mica. But I want to see how it comes out, how cute it is, you know. All the details. Let's just see with an easy pour. You learn a lot on your first pour. I'm pretty sure most of you who pour know that. You learn what not to do most of the time. And then if you do like something, it's like, can I do that again? Yeah, probably not. All right, I'm just going to move that over to my little thingy over there. This one, I got my tiny little bubble wand out, and I'm going to try. I don't know how I'm going to know if it gets down in there. I guess. See this cute little bubble wand? I don't know, they're probably gone by now. By the time this video goes out, I did order 20 of these, I think, from AJ for July. But because this video is going out way after that, I'm sure they're all gone. But if they did sell really well, the little ones, then I will go ahead and keep ordering them. Again, I get a shipment of bubble wands once a month from AJ. And depending on how well they're selling, obviously, I'll keep them in the store, but once they start slowing down, it's not something that I'm going to keep stocked to just sit there because it's not cheap to keep stock in there that doesn't sell. But so far, you guys have been amazing, and we have sold them out every single time he makes them. So we're just gonna keep keeping AJ busy. Give him something to do. I've been getting stir sticks from him and the 2-size bubble ones. So we'll see if those little ones were popular. Then we'll do little and big for a little while until y'all. And I'm not putting limits on anything because I have done that. I was doing one per person for a while because most people were ordering duplicates and everybody wanted one. So I have taken the limit off because I have been selling them at least, I think, 6 months now. So that gave you guys 6 months to grab one. Now I just go ahead and took the limits off. I was doing one per person, but I don't think I'm going to do that anymore because everybody's had plenty of time to grab one. So just look at the eBay store. It's always around the first week of every month, and it's generally around 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th of that month. It just depends on when I get them. He lives quite far from me, so it just totally depends on how fast I can get them from him and how fast he can make them. All right, let's do this one. And I'm going to, we need the gold. which is a metallic, and you want to get all that sediment off the bottom. And so is the, this isn't metallic, but it does have sediment. The pastels do. So you want to make sure they're shaken pretty good. Let me just wipe this off so I don't get ink everywhere. It's the only thing I don't like about these bottles is this. It happens every single time. Other than that, I do love the inks. Don't love the tips, but look at these do the same thing. So, you know, can't have it all, right? Let's just clean them all off. All right, so let me move some things so I'm not like, how do I want to do this one? This one has lots of tips. So I think, you know what? I didn't have good luck with the pigment yesterday, so I'm definitely not using pigments in this technique again. Let's just put a different color in the tips and pour it and see what happens. And then we'll get some green in here. Since my mold is stained already, I did not want to do this to Bobby Joe's mold. I'll let her stain her own molds. All right, let's get to pouring, and then we'll add color as I see fit, right? I don't know. We'll see. I can't really see in here. It's really hard to see in here what's going on. So this might be a total disaster. Or it may be the most beautiful lotus flower I've ever seen. I just want to squish a little bit because of how deep those are. So let's just put some more color in here. Got a fly flying around my face. It's driving me nuts. That's what happens when you live on a farm. You can't get away from these stinking flies. As much as we try. We have fly thingies hanging up outside by the animals, and they don't like them either. Oh, that's a little gnat. That's not even a fly. That's why he's bugging me. I don't know. This might be pretty. I don't know. Squish, squish, squish. Let's pour a little bit more. It's a split mold, obviously. You can see that. 3 splits in this mold. Let's just keep doing what I was doing. Dripping and then pouring. I don't know what was in that diamond pigment yesterday, but it didn't cure where it hit the mold. It only cured when it didn't hit the mold. So that was weird. Do gold, green. This one's called pistachio. And you probably know already because I'm 3 weeks ahead of you. They are selling Let's Resin is selling the pastels by themselves. You no longer have to just buy the 64 kit of alcohol inks to get them. So that is so exciting. So exciting. Because I'm running really low on them, so I could just grab the pastels. I have so many of the other ones. You know what? I'm not even going to bother trying to clean. I'm just going to let it be. We're going to move it over and hope for the best at this point. Okay. Let me put these away, and then we'll do that one. Let's just repeat the process. So I'm just going to drip random drips around the mold. I am not going to drip into this because you will probably see that. If I don't do it by accident, that would be wonderful. If I do, then it is what it is, and we will learn if you're going to see it or not. Hopefully, this looks like peacock colors when I'm finished. I don't know. That's what we're going to learn today. I hope. Oh, goodness. Let's just start pouring. Let me just get those 4 poured. That way they're full and they don't get drips in there by accident. There we go. Just gonna pour slowly. Get it down in there. Start getting all those colors merging. Ooh, they're really pretty. And then I'm going to add more ink. Let's turn it so I can see what I'm doing over here. There's nothing on that side. Get a little bit down there before I add more ink. So this one didn't get a whole lot of chance to do what it's going to do, right? I love the metallics in this way of pouring. They look really pretty. Ooh, that one didn't come out very nice, did it? Let's pour that. Just kind of break it up as you're going so it's not like a big polka dot. And then we'll do some deep blue that is stunning. And of course, I forgot to look at how much everything held. Of course I did. Didn't even think about it. Oh my goodness. Let's do that. Let's put some more gold in. We'll put a little bit of green. A little bit of the teal. And keep pouring. These are really pretty colors together. Do that. Blue, some gold, strip right in there. Man, I wish I would have checked. I don't know what the sides are looking like, if they're too saturated in color or not. They could very well be. Probably won't see white. I'm not going to be hurt if we don't see white. Of course, I want to see a little bit of white, but we may not because the colors are probably taking over. That is so pretty. So pretty. All right, what color do we need back here? A little bit of teal. Oops, just a little bit of green. We'll do a gold. We'll do a blue. And that's it for the color in this one. And it's going to do its thing. I can't fill it up. I have to move it over to the pressure pot to do that. So let me put this over there. I got to carry it over there. This one has a hole on the bottom, so we're using the cookie cooler grate on it so it doesn't collapse this mold under pressure. Man, that thing looks beautiful in there. It is gorgeous. All right, I'm going to drip. Try not to drip on that, but that was blue. Do some green and then some teal. I don't know. This is always hard when you have a mold like this. The jar always pours prettier, but I want to make sure I have color here. You know what I mean? Where's that green? Let's do a green here. I want to make sure I have color coming. That's blue, green, gold, deep blue. Let's just see what we have here. Hopefully that'll spread it out to the edges. Let's do a little teal. I don't know, because it's a completely different shape than the other one. You do not always get the same effect. I'm just hoping these colors get pushed up the walls. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Let's do, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I hope it's possible. I hope we don't have a total fail that the bottom is gorgeous and this one is not. I totally want these colors to be hitting the silicone. You know what I mean? Yes, you do. I don't know why I keep saying that's crazy. I don't usually say that, do I? I hope not. I hope not. Let's do a teal. You almost want this side to be the correct side at this point. So I do, yeah, when I have one that's this side as the finished piece, I now know what technique I would use because this side, doing it this way, always came out beautiful, at least this past week. I mean, it's not like I've been doing it a long time, but it's definitely been pretty. I guess I don't need more because this is not our finished side. I'm definitely going to have extra. Okay. Let me move this over to the pressure pot. I'll just fill it up and we'll see how much we have left and find an extras mold. Before I do cabochons, I have 2 ounces left. I want to see what this butterfly looks like in the peacock colors. That's what I want to see. So let's do that. I'm going to drip, same thing. I put it through the vacuum chamber, the rest of it, because I wasn't sure what I was going to do until just 3 seconds ago. I could have put this in the pressure pot. It would have looked gorgeous, stunning, and all those words. But I didn't because I thought I was going to do cabochons until a few seconds ago. I'm like, no, you know what? I bet this is going to look gorgeous in these colors. Let's just do all of them. Let's get some blue. And then some gold. And then some teal. How about teal and green? Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Maria's came out stunning in just clear yesterday. And you know how I never do clear, but it always looks beautiful in clear, but I didn't want to do clear. I like to do colors. I'm a colorful kind of person. Let's just fill it up. And then we're going to just let that cure. I have just a tiny bit left. So let's get the cabochon mold out. We're going to let these do art on table. Let's do it the other way. Well, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's try a big one. We'll do teal, gold, and green and see what happens. I love playing with extras because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Okay, there's one. Let's do blue, teal, and gold. Oops, I didn't really want 2 drops in there. Just swirl it around. Oh my gosh, these are going to be stunning, I hope. I hope. The backs are gorgeous. Maybe we can use the backs if the fronts aren't gorgeous. Why couldn't the fronts be this gorgeous? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I don't have enough left. I might be able to do a little. So let's do green, gold. Oh, 2 drops. I didn't want 2 drops. And then, oops. I'm just going to drizzle it. Oh, I should have enough. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to look gorgeous. Look at that. I had enough. I had enough. Oh my goodness. 16 ounces was awesome. Not much left. I'm going to throw this last little drip into my extras mold. Get you the comment of the day. See you in a sec. All right, let's get these unmolded. Look at these, are gorgeous on the back. Oh my gosh. I got Kathy Michelle here next to me.
Hello.
She's going to join me tomorrow. But let's check these out. Oh, wow. I was going for peacock. And these are just that's nice. I love my new technique. Well, it's probably not my technique, you guys. I'm not claiming anything. It's just new to me. That is pretty. That one I think just had green and gold. This one, for some strange reason, if you could see, really puffed out instead of shrinking. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. Oh, I got a lot of bubbles in there. I think it flash cured. And I don't know why. That is the strangest. I don't know why. Yes, I broke a nail, so excuse that. This one did too. That is the strangest thing ever. This one is obviously... Oh, it's a butterfly. It's really cute. But it's all flash cured. That is... I don't understand it. Do you have any ideas? I've never seen that happen in the pressure pot.
On such a shallow mold.
On a little tiny mold. I should have cleaned this. Let me clean this real quick before I move on. Okay, nails fixed, clean molds. Let's move on. This was an extra too, so let's do the extra. I just don't understand. I'm sitting here racking my brain why the smallest thing flash cured, and I don't understand it, but maybe somebody out there in... Oh! Wow. I like it.
That is awesome.
That is pretty. And you know I don't like much. I like that one. That is gorgeous. Wow, okay. Let's hope my real ones come out good. Well, that didn't come out too bad of the molds. This one was just pastel green and regular green and gold. Wow. So 2 greens and a gold. And of course you got to take the flashing off the split part. That's pretty. That didn't flash cure. That's perfect. I don't even have a bubble on a tip. That's nice. I like it. I like it. Well, I said to Kathy, at least I don't have to finish that one. It's really cute though. Maybe, see, the whole reason I put it in there is because of all that detail. I didn't think I could cure it really well on the table because look at all that in there.
Mm-hmm. That would be tough.
I got the whole butterfly. That is just, it's obviously not going to even sit up. Okay, let's get to the main event. I don't even know why I care if that falls down. All right, we'll do the lid. And see, please be good. Please be good. Oh,
Wow.
that came out so good. I told them earlier, if you get bored of this technique, please let me know. But I, so far, oh, you know what though? I painted these in blue, but it wasn't any kind of like, it was just regular blue mica. So that's why you don't see the blue. I just remembered I painted those in blue and it didn't even, I almost wish I didn't now because it would have been more vibrant through there, but I still like it. Wow. That is amazing. Ooh, this one's going to be good. Oh my gosh. I like the back. And I don't want to say peacock in front of Mr. Glitz because he's going to want to go buy a couple peacocks. He was just talking about them a few minutes ago. Oh my gosh, this is going to be nice. Look at that.
Look at all the color.
Look at that. Do you want me to show you tomorrow
I think that's a great idea.
how I did that? I don't think I want to do anything. Is that a bubble? No, that's not a bubble. Is it a bubble? It might be a bubble. Can't really tell. I don't know that I want to do anything to take away from that. That is so pretty. See, I painted those blue as well. So if I wouldn't have done that, you would have seen those swirls. In the light, I could see it, but oh my gosh, I love that color scheme. It's gorgeous. Okay, let me trim, resin restore, see if I'm going to do anything. BRB. I am all done. So I'm loving these, although I just put the bail on, that's it. I put some rhinestones on this beauty. I love this butterfly. I'm sorry if none of you get it, but you guys really won't know that. But if one of you have it right now, you're welcome. Here, I just tipped the edges with gold, put some gold rhinestones on there because half of them had gold and then the other half did not. But it was like perfectly gold edges. I don't know how I even did that. So I must have dripped gold down in just half of the petals and not the other half. And I think I did do that, remembering, but that came out beautiful. This, I just added 4 rhinestones on the top and then a couple on those large pieces. Man, if I would have not painted those, this is what they would have looked like. Ah, could kick myself for painting them because now they're dulled down. But man, yeah, that would have been so much prettier. Okay, that's it. I'm going to get you some pictures. Stick around for those. I'll come up with something tomorrow with Kathy. We got to pick our mold still. Woohoo! I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love.